Hi, I'm Rodrigo and I am supervised by the Professor Humberto Ribeiro da Rocha. So, the air temperature is one of the most important variables of climatology and meteorology and is used in studies ranging from health to determining the water availability in hydroelectric production. But the air temperature cannot be measured by satellites, at least not the near surface air temperature, which is used in the studies I mentioned. It can only be measured by meteorological stations, which are isolated points, while the satellite can get data from any point on the globe. Here we have some of the meteorological stations from the metropolitan region of São Paulo. But satellites can measure the surface temperature. Here we have the surface temperature from the same region as before. And here in the center, we can even see the urban area of São Paulo in this darker orange with a greater surface temperature. And we know that the air is heated and cooled mainly by the surface, so there might be a relationship between the two variables. So what I did was pick air temperature data from these stations from 2008 to 2018 and compare statistically with the surface temperature from satellites. So here we can already see that there truly is a relationship between the two variables, but grouping them by photoperiod, which is the time the sun stays above the horizon during the day and is linked with the seasons, we can see two different behaviors. To simplify, I'll call this one winter and this one summer. So first analyze the data around the winter. I can make a linear fit with a good correlation, a relative good correlation with an R squared equals to 0.64. And going out to the data around summer, here the correlation was not so good and the R squared was just 0.16. So because of that, I only analyzed this data to here. So going back to the data with photoperiod less than 12 hours around the winter, here we have the vegetation index, the NVDI, for the same region as before. And in the center, we can again see the urban area of São Paulo in this white area. And so what I find was that great NVDI improves the correlation between the two variables. So here I used NVDI greater than 0.55 and the R squared gone from 0.64 to 0.79, a great improvement. So despite cannot measure the air temperature from satellites, this study helps to determine in which situations and how we can use the surface temperature in studies where the air temperature is normally used. And now the things I've done with photoperiod and vegetation, my next steps are do the same thing with wind and topography, as well as improve the relationships I've done so far. So that's it, thanks.